Microcontroller you can say is a standalone. Okay, but microprocessor, it is
Um,
not a standalone. Why? Why?
the microcontroller has ability to store memory,
Okay.
but microprocessor don't have ability to store memory. It cannot
Okay.
perform input output alone. Microcontroller can perform input output on its own.
It means for microprocessor we require some memory
Memory
chip,
memory devices.
external memory chip,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So first we'll try to understand the architecture of 8085, the processor. Okay, because if you imagine the CPU, okay, or any computer, personal computer, we have some input devices, then processor, then we have some output devices, okay, and to the processor, some memory chip is connected so that we can process those data in the memory because memory is not a part of processor. Okay. Now we'll try to understand what is the what you were given in your syllabus, that is 8085, 80 experiments related with 8085, 8086 and 8051. Okay, so 8085 and 8086, these two are the processors which having the their own instruction sets. Okay, and their own architectures. Architecture wise also both are different. Okay, one is 8-bit processor, another one is 16-bit processor. Okay, apart from these two, we'll study about the controller also. We'll try to do some program related with 8051 also. Okay, so we'll start with 8085 programs. Okay, for that we'll learn about the architecture first, then about the instructions part. Okay, about the instructions part also. Then only we can able to write the program. Okay, because you have the logic. Okay, all of you having good logic. Okay, but how to implement those logic through some instruction codes? Okay, C++ having their own backup, okay, own instruction sets, own library. Java having some different, MATLAB having some different. Okay, Python having some different instruction sets. Okay, or commands. Similarly, 8085, 8086, 8051, all having their own instructions. Okay, so first we have to understand the working of instructions. Then only we can able to write the program according to the problem statement. Okay, so I will start with the architecture part. Okay, once again, ma'am has explained in the last class. Okay, but I will start with the same thing. Okay, this thing you have to also know. Okay, I'm sharing. PPT is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So some course objectives are there depending on the different programs we have. Okay, I will share the program list also. Okay, so first is to develop efficient 8085 based programs, then 8086 based, then 8051 based program for different tasks, different statements. Okay, then apart from these three, we have to build some interfacing circuits also. Interfacing circuit means with the help of 8085 or 8086. Okay, what the other things we can perform apart from some, okay, like you can say if you want to display some message, okay, if you want to display some message, then whether it is possible with 8085, 8086 or not. Okay, that these things we will see. Okay, then suppose we want to generate some kind of waveform. Okay, square wave, triangular wave, sine wave, whether it is possible or not. Okay, suppose we want to control some one example I can say for the 8085. Okay, that traffic controller. Okay, we can perform that also. And 8051, it is this is a microcontroller, and microcontroller, with the help of microcontroller we can perform a different task. Okay, according to our requirement we can write the codes, we can write the programs. Okay, and it can be, we can say it is a specific used in the for the specific purpose, the microcontrollers. Okay, so these are the course objectives. So after completion of this lab, okay, some outcomes is there also. Okay. Again, it is related with the programming part only. Okay, so for writing the program, again I am repeating, for writing the program, you have the fair idea of different parts of the different blocks of the architecture, whether it is 8085 or 8086 or 8051. Okay, then only you can relate with the concept in the program. Okay, after the architecture, I will explain with some instructions. Okay, some major instructions, how to write, where to use, how to use. Then we have some looping concept also. Okay, how to use loop. Okay, how to run the same program for suppose we have 100 inputs. Okay, and we have to do addition. So we cannot write a plus b, b plus c, c plus d like that. Okay, we have to apply some kind of loop using counters. Okay, so I will explain with some examples how to use the counters. Okay, that is valid for 8085, 8086, 8051. Okay, and you have already knowing the concept how to use the looping. Okay, how to perform. Okay, so I will start with the architecture first. Okay. And this picture you will find everywhere, okay, in all the books, in all the online materials also. This is the basic 8085 architecture. First, we have to know this 8085 is a processor, is a 8-bit microprocessor. Okay, this processor having, or this chip 8085 having 40 pins, 40. Okay, and some pins used for inputting the data, okay, inputting the address. Some pins are used for giving the power supply. Okay, some pins are used for memory purpose. Okay, some pins are used for interfacing. So I will try to explain the working of all the pins. Okay, and in this one, if you see, okay, one more block is there, that is interrupt control. Some interrupt pins are also there. Okay, what is that? How it works? I will explain. I will try to explain. Okay, which is not possible in a single class. So I will highlight all the points. The first thing, remember this is a 40 pin uh, processor. Okay, this is a 8-bit processor, and out of 40 pins, we can categorize it. Okay, we can categorize it in the different parts. Okay, based on their works. Okay, this 8085 8-bit general purpose microprocessor that can address 64K byte of memory. So how to say 64K? Okay, this 8085 having 8 data lines. Okay, and 16 address lines. So 8 data lines used for inputting the data, and we have 16 address lines. So out of 16 address lines, okay, we can, with the help of one pin is there, that is ALE. Okay, if you see, I'm connecting the pin also. Just a minute. Okay, you can see here. Is it visible? ALE in the bottom. Okay, this is responsible for out of 16 lines. Okay, these 16 lines can be used for the data purpose as well as for the address purpose also. Okay, this is address latch enable. So depending on the value of ALE, okay, whether it is 0 or 1, the lines can be performed, can be used as a data or the address. Okay, so we have 16 address lines. Okay, we have 16 address lines. Okay, so 2 raised to 16 is how much? Calculate and tell me. 2 raised to 16. कितना होगा?
Sir, 65,536.
This is what? This is nothing but 64K. K stands for what?
Kilo, sir.
Kilo, but this kilo is not 1000. Remember this. This is 1024. Okay, this is 1024. So 64 into 1024 is 65,536. That is 2 raised to 16. So depending for any processor, not for this only, for any processor, depending on address lines, okay, we can calculate the memory. Suppose we have 32 address lines. So the total memory is 2 raised to 32. Okay, depending on that, we can find out the memory size for that particular processor. Okay, then next is it can use plus 5 volt. It can run at a maximum frequency of 3 megahertz. So frequency of operation for this is 3 megahertz. It is around 3.025 like that. Okay, but we can say it works on a frequency of 3 megahertz. Okay, now how to provide this 3 megahertz to the processor? Okay, for this we have X1 and X2. See the left hand side, bottom left hand side, X1 and X2. This is clock generation. Okay, so with the help of this one, we can generate a clock of frequency what? Frequency of 3 megahertz. Okay, 3 megahertz. So X1 and X2, these two are responsible for generating a clock of 3 megahertz. So between these two, some LC circuit is there. Okay, LC circuit is there, which gives the oscillator output. LC oscillator circuit is there. And for this, depending on the value of inductor and capacitor, okay, we can adjust the duty cycle of this clock, which is 50%. Okay, duty cycle of 50%. तभी जाके वो clock pulse होगा. Okay, duty cycle पता है ना आप लोग को?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so duty cycle is 50% for this one. So with the help of these two pins, X1 and X2, we are giving 3 megahertz clock to the 8085. Okay, so we have 16 address lines plus 2 this pin, X1 and X2. So we have total 18. Okay, and these 16 lines combine address as well as data. Okay, then we have a power supply. So if you see, we have two pins that will provide 5 volt and ground. So two pins are here. Then we have some control and status signals. Control and status signals. So these things are RD bar. Fine, I am writing here. Okay, we have read bar, write bar, ALE, we have S0, S1, and IO slash input output. Okay, so what is meaning of this bar here? RD bar, it means what? पढ़े हो आप लोग? This is active low. Meaning is active low. What is meaning of active low pins? Active low pins.
Sir, the circuit will work if the logic is low, and it will not
Logic
work when
is,
the logic
yeah,
is high.
okay, correct, Hers. It is at logic 0. Okay, at logic 0, it will work. This pin will work. Okay, so in this one, the important thing is direction also. Okay, see the direction of these two pins, read bar and write bar. These two are outward directed. Okay, direction is outward. Outward means what? We have the processor, we have some input devices, we have some output devices, we have some memory chip. Outward means what? Towards the memory. So read bar or write bar. Okay, we can write into the memory, we can read from the memory. That's why the direction of these two pins, RD bar and WR, read bar and write bar, in the outward direction. Okay, because memory is not the part of this processor. We have connected some chip, memory chip. Okay, these things we'll ask in the Viva. Okay, so many concept is there. Okay, so these two, read bar and write bar, then ALE, which is address latch enable, and this is responsible for the at which condition it will work as the 16 lines works as the data or the address. So in this case, okay, I can use this also. So in this case, better to add some slides. Okay, we have 16 lines plus 2, x1 and x2 plus 2 for power supply. Okay, then some control signals. Okay, so in this we have RD bar, read bar, write bar, then we have ALE, then S0, S1 and IO/O, input output. Okay, so these the direction is also important. Read bar, write bar, it is outward direction. AL is also outward. Now these are the control signals. It controls कि कौन सा operation हो रहा है अभी, whether read operation is there, write operation is there. Okay, then we have some status signal. Okay, S0, S0 and S1. Okay, in combination with IO. This stands for input and output. Okay, so in this we can perform either operation based on memory, okay, based on memory or based on some input output port, okay, based on some port. Okay, so some operations are performed on the memory, okay, like we are transferring some data from one location to another location, that comes under this part, memory. Suppose we want to display some output from some port, that comes under IO port. Okay, suppose we want to connect a printer, तो कहाँ कनेक्ट करेंगे, किसी आउटपुट पोर्ट का जो भी नंबर है वहां कनेक्ट करेंगे. So that comes under this part, peripheral devices. Okay, so memory operation is there, inputting outputting is there. So for this we have different ports are there. Okay, so in this with the combination of these three, S0, S1, I/O, okay, input output, based on combination of these three we can say whether read operation is there, write operation is there, and read from where? Memory or from the input output devices. Write to where? From to the memory or with the interfacing devices. Okay, so that decides, that we can say by seeing the combination of this one. Okay, it's not S1, I slash O. These things again, sir will discuss in the class also. Okay, then we have hold HLDA. Okay, this is related with the DMA, direct memory access. Okay, hold and HLDA. I think it is HLDA bar. Okay, you can check this one. Okay, so this is direct memory access. It means, and if you see the direction, okay, hold, it is towards the processor. It means some connected peripheral devices is asking for the control. किस चीज का control? The internal buses, control of internal buses. Okay, so if any connected devices, if any DMA controller is asking for the control of this 8085 buses, internal buses, in response of that, after receiving this, okay, after receiving this, it stops, the 8085 will stop the processing part. जिस भी क्लॉक में है, और इसमें प्रोसेस कैसे होगा? ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ क्लॉक, on the basic of on the basis of clocks only. Okay, T1, T2, T3, like that, different. I will explain this also. I will try to explain machine cycle. Okay, machine cycle, T states, everything is there. Okay, so how to execute this comes under execution part. किस state में क्या operation होगा? Okay, that comes under heading, that is timing diagram. Okay, that is timing diagram. And for each operations, whether it is read, write, move, hold, okay, store, each instruction having different timing diagrams. Okay, and different timing diagrams based on the clock pulse. Okay, किस पैरामीटर पे? वो मेमोरी ऑपरेशन है या इनपुट ऑपरेशन है, whether read is write operation is there, read operation is there, AL is high or low. So on the various parameters, okay, we have to understand the concept of each instructions. वो instruction कर क्या रहा है? Okay, कहाँ से डाटा ले रहा है, कहाँ भेज रहा है, उस केस में whether AL is on or off, sorry, AL is 0 or 1, high or low. Okay, so in case of this DMA controller, that is direct memory access, the control of all the internal buses, the 8085 will give to the external DMA controller. Okay, so उसके response में इसने भेजा acknowledgement, hold acknowledgement. Okay, so and after each clock pulse, each T state, rather saying clock pulse, each T state, the 8085 will cross check the bit of hold, whether it is high or low. Okay, क्योंकि जैसे ही DMA controller का काम खत्म होगा, it will, the value of this hold pin become low. Okay, so then the control will come to the 8085, the control of data buses or internal buses. Okay, then comes reset out and reset in. So this is related with, again, reset out means we are resetting the connected peripheral devices. Okay, we are resetting the connected peripheral devices so that both will work in a sync. Okay, in synchronization way. Reset in, we can reset the 8085 also. Okay, then we have, these are the different timing and control unit. Okay, under this different pins are there. Okay, now moving to the interrupt part. Moving to the interrupt part. What is meaning of interrupt? Yes, anyone? In related with the program. Okay, so I will explain with one example. Okay, suppose you are doing some, you are attending online classes, okay, or you are doing some homework, okay, in your room, and somebody knocks at your door. What you will do? क्या करोगे? जाके दरवाजा खोलोगे? So before opening the
Yes.
door, yes, okay, before opening the door, okay, you will put some bookmark. Okay, you will put some bookmark. कि आप क्या कर रहे हो? Okay, so you can relate, और भी चीजें हैं इसमें, so we'll see later on. Okay, so this you can relate with the interrupt also. Okay, suppose processor is doing some work. Okay, and some, see the these are the interrupts: RST, restart, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, trap, INTA bar, INT. So see the directions. Okay, except INTA bar, which is acknowledgement signal. Okay, all are incoming. It means interrupt is coming from some peripheral devices जो भी इससे connect है. Okay, so the peripheral devices sending some interrupt signals, but 8085 is doing some processing. Okay, so based on the nature of interrupt, okay, based on nature of interrupt, the 8085 will work, because for each interrupt, okay, see in this we have 4 different interrupts, and all interrupts are not important, okay, of or you can say having same priority. Okay, some interrupts having the highest higher priority, like in this case trap, this trap having the highest priority, then 7.5, then 6.5, then 5.5, then simple interrupt, so INT having the least priority. So depending on the priority, and each interrupt having their own ISR, okay, interrupt service, interrupt subroutine. Okay, it means, okay, many things are there. So in this we have vectored interrupt. Okay, vectored interrupt means if any, suppose 7.5 is coming, okay, RST 7.5 is coming, so this RST 7.5, what is inside this? What are the works which performed by this one? For that, some at some location, some fixed set of instructions are there that is given by the manufacturer. Okay, okay, one more thing. For any processor, which part we are using, ROM or RAM? कौन सा हम लोग एक्सेस कर सकते हैं?
RAM, sir.
RAM. So this ROM, in case of 8085 architecture or the working on the processing part, all the ISR, interrupt subroutines, are stored in ROM at some specific location, okay, predefined location. So for RST, if RST 7.5 is coming, it will move, suppose 0040H. So at this location, this is just example, okay, maybe some other location is there. So 0040H, at this location, some set of instructions are there. So this and in this again RET is there. So it will return to the main program, okay, which is we are writing in, we are storing in RAM. Okay, so according to the instructions or interrupts, which interrupt is coming. So these are the vectored interrupt. Okay, these are the vectored interrupt. Okay, here also, like you can say software interrupt. Okay, software interrupt as well as hardware interrupt. Okay, software interrupt as well as hardware. So whatever we are providing with the pins, that comes under hardware interrupt. Okay, that comes under hardware interrupt. In case of software interrupts, we have RST 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 7. Okay, these are comes under software interrupt because this we can write in the program also. Okay, this is not same as halt because in the halt we are permanently stopping the program. But these interrupts, these software interrupts, we are temporarily interrupting the process. Okay, but with the help of halt, we are permanently stopping the working. Okay, so we have some hardware interrupt, software interrupt, some predefined location is there that is called vectored interrupt. INT is non-vectored. Okay, INT is not non-vectored interrupt. And in response or is in सबका detailing. Okay, you will study in your theory part. Okay, so this INTA bar is acknowledgement. Okay, this is acknowledgement given by the 8085 to the connecting peripheral devices from which we are receiving the interrupt signal. Okay, then we have SID and SOD. This SID is serial inputting, serial input data, serial output data. See, serial input, so direction is towards 8085, serial output towards the connected devices. Okay. Then, so if you count the number of pins, I think it become 40. Okay. You can count the pins. What is meaning of this one? And for understanding the processor, okay, you have to recall the concept of multiplexers, decoders, flip-flops. Okay. In this case, we have some because in this we are storing some data for some instructions, some opcodes. Okay, so where to store? Can this is very basic processor, very basic processor. We are studying this only for understanding purpose. How any processor looks like, how it works, internal working. Okay, so this is a very simple used for laboratory purpose only. Okay, so in this case we have different registers. Okay, like we have B, C, D, E, F. Then we have some temporary register. Okay, all are having 8 bits. Okay, all can store 8 bits. 8 bits का मतलब क्या है? रेंज बता सकते हो? Range of 8 bits.
So minus 256 to 250. No, sorry, sir. So minus 128 to 127.
हाँ, लास्ट वाला साइन बिट के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं. ओके, बट इन दिस केस, इन ठीक है, इन दिस केस देयर इज नो स्पेस फॉर रिप्रेजेंटिंग माइनस. सो हम लोग टूज कॉम्प्लीमेंट के फॉर्म में रिजल्ट स्टोर करते हैं. ओके, बट फॉर द registers we have 8 bits and all 8 bits suppose we are assuming as the values. Okay, for the magnitude, not for the sign one. So that is 0 to all zeros to all ones. Okay, it means it is 0 to what is this in hexadecimal?
255, sir.
That is FF. Okay, that is F. So in this the range is 0 to FF. This is hexadecimal operations. Okay, in this we'll perform all the operations which is in hexadecimal. Okay, so 0 to FF, that it means the maximum we can store in any single register is FF. 8 bits we can store. Okay, so that's why I asked the range. Range is 0 to FF. So register B, register C, D, sorry, A, B, C, D, not EF. आप लोग भी पॉइंट आउट नहीं कर रहे हो. HL. Okay, BC, DE and HL. These are the 6 general purpose registers. Apart from this, we have temporary registers. So these are W and Z. Okay, इसका भी नाम है W and Z. These two are the temporary registers. It means in these two registers we can store the temporary data. Okay, suppose we are performing addition of 1000 bits. Okay, so at the output we are displaying only sum and carry. Okay, but in between the process many data is there. Okay, which is not the actual sum or actual carry. So in between data or intermediate data we can store temporarily in these two registers. Okay, W and Z. Then one more register is there, that is called accumulator. Okay, accumulator A. This is also of 8 bits. Okay, so in this case, ma'am also explained in the previous class that whatever the operation you want to perform, whether it is arithmetic or logical or any of arithmetic operation, okay, one data must be in the accumulator. Okay, if we are doing 8-bit operation. Okay, now the next thing is that we can perform 16-bit operations also by combining two registers. So this is register pair. Okay, so register pair, fixed register pair BC, we can take DE and HL. Okay, we cannot take BD, we cannot take LE. Okay, so we can combine BC register pair, we can use DE register pair, we can use HL register pair. Okay, so it means we can perform 16 bits operation also. So for storing the address, okay, for storing the address we are using register pair. क्योंकि address है वहाँ पे 16 bits है. We can use the register pair. Okay, and the instruction. Okay, instruction is changed according to the whether we are using where we are performing 8-bit operations or 16-bit operations. Okay, वो कैसे? Okay, ठीक है. One example याद है मुझे, that is STA. मैम ने भी एक्सप्लेन किया था. STA 2000. Okay, it means what? This STA, A stands for accumulator here. So we are storing the content of accumulator to the specified address. Okay, specified address, that is 2000. If I write STAX, stacks, it means it is stacks jahan bhi in any instructions if you find X, that is used for the 16-bit operation. Okay, in the instruction set of 8085, if you are finding X, it means that is used for 16-bit operation. So stacks B. Okay, and these register pair for the programming we can write as B, D and H. Okay, no need to write stacks BC, stacks DE, stacks HL. Only we can write a stacks B. So it means the content of this accumulator is storing at the location which is stored in BC register pair. Okay, both are doing the same work. Okay, both are doing the same work, but one we can say is a directly we are sending or we are understanding. This comes under direct addressing mode. I will explain that also. Direct addressing mode. Okay, and this is indirect. Okay, it means in this one we are not specifying any address. We are not specifying address directly. So it comes under direct addressing mode and this is indirect addressing mode. So for the instruction set for register pair, it is different. For a single register, it is different. Okay, any confusion अभी तक?
सर फ्लैग्स और टेम्पररी रजिस्टर सेम होता है क्या?
कौन सा?
फ्लैग्स एंड
नहीं
टेम्पररी।
अभी आ रहा है, फ्लैग पे आ रहा है. The work of temporary register is what? It can store the temporary data. अगर कोई कैरी है, कोई सब्ट्रैक्ट होके बोरो आ रहा है, मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर रहे हैं, वहां पे it can store the temporary data. And one more use of that, these two W and Z in the call instruction also. वो भी हम लोग देखेंगे जब इंस्ट्रक्शन पार्ट पढ़ेंगे तो. But flag is totally different. Okay, flag is totally different. Flag register is there. That is different. That I will come there also. Any other query? नहीं है अभी, ठीक है. Okay, so then a stack pointer. What is pointer? कैसे इसको समझेंगे pointer को? यूज करते हो आप लोग C में, C++ में, सब आप लोग जान रहे हो लैंग्वेज. क्या मीनिंग है पॉइंटर का वहां पे?
Variable that stores address of a memory.
Variable that stores address.
Yes.
Okay. So in this case, the stack pointer, it means, and see, it is written 16. Okay, it means it can store 16 bits. Program counter 16 bits. So suppose we are writing in this in case of 8085. Okay, for the user, the memory starts from 2000. Okay, before that 2000 minus 1 कौन सा एड्रेस होगा? In hexadecimal 2000 minus 1. 2000 minus 1. हेक्साडेसिमल ऑपरेशन है, बता तो रहे हैं, उसको करके बताओ आप लोग अभी. 2000 minus 1 क्या होगा? मैं नहीं बताने वाला ये आप ही लोग को बताना है अभी. बोलो हर्ष, शाश्वत.
सर एक सेकंड.
1 सेकेंड लगेगा. बोलो अंकुश. सबका नाम लेना पड़ेगा. 46. पिंकी. नहीं, लंच में गए. हाँ. अच्छा. ठीक है मैम, अभी आएंगे, वो भी आ जाएंगे. बताओ हर्ष. नहीं निकला, किन्हीं का भी नहीं.
नहीं सर, ट्राई कर रहा हूँ सर. लास्ट में सी आएगा सर, इतना पता है. नेक्स्ट वाला
लास्ट में सी आएगा. काय का सी आएगा लास्ट में? तो तुम लोग सब कुछ पढ़े और भूल गए. एक दिन भी नहीं निकलता है भूलने में. एक चीज बताओ हर्ष, f+1 इज व्हाट?
सर f+1 0 हो जाएगा ना.
काय का 0 होगा? अरे सिंपल हेक्साडेसिमल एडिशन बताओ ना. f+1. बोलो शाश्वत.
यस सर.
यस सर नहीं, आंसर बताओ.
सर लास्ट
F+
तो सी है.
f plus 1 is how much? अरे बाबा 10 होगा, 10 होगा, यस और नो? चलो थोड़ा और पीछे जाते हैं. f means what in decimal?
15, sir.
15. So 15 plus 1 in decimal, how much? 16?
Yes, sir.
So
10
how-
होगा.
Okay, so 16 in decimal, equivalent in hexadecimal is what? 10?
Yes, sir. 6 add होता है. Yes, sir.
Okay, so 2000 अगर हम एक सब्ट्रैक्ट करें इसमें तो क्या मिलेगा हमें? टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है. 1 f f f. This will get or not? One f f f plus 1.
Yes, sir.
हर्ष अब तो करके बताओ. Is it correct?
यस सर, हम लोग अगर 9 ले रहे डेसिमल में तो हेक्साडेसिमल में हम लोग f जैसे रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं सर. तो इस हिसाब से 1999 यानी सर 9 की जगह हम f लिख रहे हैं वहाँ पर, तो f f f और 1 का तो 1 रहेगा, तो इसलिए 1 f f f.
9 को 9 ही लिखते हैं हेक्साडेसिमल में. सी f plus 1, तभी तो हमने पूछा f plus 1 is what? 10? Yes or no, Harsh?
यस सर.
So it means it is 0. It is visible or not?
यस सर. यस
नया स्लाइड यूज कर रहे हैं.
सर, मैं
f
बोल
plus
हेक्साडेसिमल का 9 जो है, हेक्साडेसिमल में 9 है समझो सर. अगर आप उसको कन्वर्ट करेंगे अगर डेसिमल में
तो भी
तो
9 ही रहेगा.
यस
Yes, sir. BCD ही रहता है. और
हाँ, वो
10
भी तो
से
9 ही रहेगा क्योंकि 0 to 9 is same. Okay, 10 in decimal is a, 15 is f. So f plus 1 is 16, that is, or you can say 1 0. So again 1 is carry here, so 0 0 and 2. Okay, why I am stressing on this one? Because again some instructions are there in this 8085, that is DCRB and DCXB. Okay, so जहां भी X है, it means it is related with BC or related with 16-bit number. So and DCR, this is decrement. Okay, this is decrement. It decrementing the content of register B only. Okay, it decrement the content of register B. Try to understand this. Okay, I will again explain this, but in this context I am explaining. So DCRB, it will decrement the content of register B. Okay, suppose in register B we have 32, which is in hexadecimal. So after this instruction it become 31H. Okay, and LXI 2000, LXI B 2000. LXI B 2000, ये हम एक्सप्लेन करेंगे फिर से. दिस इज लोड इमीडिएट रजिस्टर पेयर BC with 2000. So it means this LXI B, this is BC pair. So in BC pair, the program is storing 2000. Okay, in register BC, in register pair BC. So in this register B will store 20 and C will store 00. Okay, so after LXI B, suppose I write the instruction DCXB. तो इसके बाद क्या कंटेंट होगा? DCXB what? It will decrement the content of register BC. Okay, register pair BC. It will decrement the content of register pair BC. तो BC में क्या है? 2000. हमने स्टोर किया है 2000. So after this instruction, the BC की वैल्यू हो जाएगी 1FFF. Okay, ये आप लोग यूज करोगे इन द प्रोग्राम. Okay, INR for increment, INX, this is in register pair, this is in single register. Okay, similarly DCR for decrement, DCX for decrement but in register pair. Okay, LXI, it is for loading immediate. Okay, I will explain the addressing mode also. कौन सा addressing mode होता है? Immediate है तो क्या ऑपरेशन होगा? Direct, indirect, registers, implied. So all these I will explain. Okay, so in this we have different registers B, C, D, E, H, L. Some temporary register is there. Then we have accumulator. Okay, then we have flip flops.
सर एक डाउट.
Yes, बोलो.
सर आप वहाँ 20 और 00 लिखे थे ना सर यहाँ पर. सर BC में तो हमारे पास 16 बिट्स होता है ना सर.
हाँ, तो रजिस्टर भी क्या स्टोर करेगा? 8 बिट स्टोर करेगा ना. हमने क्या बोला? रजिस्टर पेयर में 16 बिट स्टोर हो रहा है.
यस सर. हाँ सर.
तो रजिस्टर भी क्या स्टोर करेगा? 8 बिट. रजिस्टर C स्टोर करेगा 8 बिट. हमने कंबाइन यूज किया रजिस्टर पेयर, तो 16 बिट से स्टोर हो रहा है.
सर यानी 2000 को एग्जैक्टली कैसे स्टोर करेंगे?
ठीक है, हमने लिखा LXI B 2000, right?
Yes sir.
This is in hexadecimal. It is anti-clockwise operation. कोई भी इंस्ट्रक्शन है. So this stands for load immediate. This B is what? This B is register pair BC. ठीक है?
Yes sir, वो समझ गया सर.
वो समझ गया? हाँ. तो this 2000 कितने बिट्स हैं इसमें? 16 बिट्स. Yes or no? क्योंकि यही कंफ्यूजन है आपको. So this 16 bits. So if we are using register pair, it means register B can store 8 bits, register C can store another 8 bits. Okay, so हम लोग we can store 16 bits in combination. Okay, लेकिन which register will store which value? Okay, so B in this case, B is called higher order register, C is called lower order register. So register B will store 20 individually in this operation. Okay, because we can cross check the content of registers also after each instruction. Okay, हमारे पास जो सॉफ्टवेयर जिस पे आप लोग सिमुलेट करोगे, there also you can easily verify कि after this instruction whether register B will store 20 or not and C will store 00. So register B individually it can store 8 bits. So these two MSBs, this one can be stored in upper register and 00 can be stored in the lower register. लेकिन जब मुझे एक्सेस करना होगा, सपोज मुझे एड्रेस की तरह यूज करना है इस 2000 को, तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? INX करेंगे, INX B. So it means the address become 2001. Okay, suppose हमने यूज किया INR B. It means the content of B, which is 20, it become 21, but C becomes 0, 0 itself. Confused हो रहे हो हर्ष?
नहीं सर,
और
समझ
any-
गए। यानी टू जो है वो 4 बिट है सर, 0 4 बिट,
Yes,
फिर सी
yes,
में
yes,
0
yes.
4 बिट 0
हाँ,
4 बिट, तो वैसे
हाँ,
पूरे 16 बिट्स।
yes.
यस सर, समझ गया सर।
Okay, so depend. Any doubt in this one from anyone? और किन्हीं को नहीं समझ में आ रहा हो तो? बिकॉज ये चीज समझ में नहीं आएगा तो आप प्रोग्राम नहीं लिख पाओगे, और प्रोग्राम आप लोग के पास है, सभी जगह अवेलेबल है, तो कहीं से देख के लिख लेना वो हेल्प नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि एग्जाम में जो प्रोग्राम हम लोग देंगे आपको प्रोग्राम लिस्ट उससे अलग से आएगा। ठीक, हमारे पास वी हैव अ प्रोग्राम सेट ऑफ अराउंड 39 एक्सपेरिमेंट्स, 39 प्रोग्राम्स वी हैव। ओके, तो एग्जाम में उसके अलग से आएगा, पहले बता दे रहे हैं। तो अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो यू कैन आस्क एनी टाइम। ओके, सो this I will again explain when we understand the instructions. Okay, so we have different registers, we have accumulator, we have temporary register. Now we are moving to the flip-flops, flag flip-flops. Okay, so in this we have, as I already the flag registers, this is of 8 bits. Okay, D0 to D7, D0 to D7. So this and in this 8085 we have only 5 flags. Okay, what is meaning of flag here in case of 8085 or any 8086 also? Flag means it indicates what is the significance of the operation, whether it is logical operation or arithmetic operation. Suppose after some arithmetic addition, or sorry, after addition instruction, there is some carry. So this carry flag will set. Okay, in this again we have two values, set or reset, 0 or 1. Okay, suppose we are performing subtraction. So whether the subtraction is 0 or not, because based on these 5 flags, we have different instructions. Okay, इसको आप okay, you can understand like that. You have two numbers. Okay, very simple experiment. You have two numbers. Okay, and you want to glow some LEDs. Okay, condition is that if both number are same, then only the LED will glow. Okay, so how to put the condition in the program? For that, because we cannot see the individual flag value. Okay, we cannot see the individual flags value. It will give the combination of 8 bit. It will give the values in combination of 8 bits. Okay, हम लोग इंडिविजुअल को नहीं देख सकते. So how to utilize these flags? For each flag we have a different instructions. We have two numbers x and y. We have one LED. Condition is that if these two numbers are same, then only LED will glow. So how to cross check कि दोनों नंबर सेम है? क्या कर सकते हैं? हम लोग सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे, उसका रिजल्ट देखेंगे, लेकिन अगर रिजल्ट भी आ रहा है तो हम कहीं तो चेक करेंगे, या फिर हम कंपेयर करेंगे. Okay, we have compare instruction, CMP. Okay, so in comparison we have three different results. Suppose we are comparing with B, register B. So one number must be in accumulator. I told several times कि एक नंबर होना चाहिए accumulator में, whether we are performing logical operation or arithmetic operation. Okay, so internally the operation is A minus B. Compare B means A minus B, not B minus A. A minus B. So three possible values, three possible results are there. A greater than B, A less than B और A equals to B. Okay, so इन तीनों कंडीशन में जीरो फ्लैग कब सेट होगा? अगर दोनों नंबर सेम है तो तभी सेट होगा. A equals to B because internally it performs A minus B. Okay, internally it performs A minus B. Okay. A greater than B, A less than B, A equals to B. So in this, if we talk in terms of flags, okay, so first we'll see the flags, working of flags, then I will explain. Carry flag. This is carry flag, this is parity flag, this is auxiliary carry, this is zero flag, this is sign flag. So zero flag, okay, अभी वो example ही complete कर रहे हैं. Okay, so zero flag, so related with this zero flag, okay, we have the condition JNJZ or JNZ. Jump if zero, jump if not zero. So if condition is satisfied, हमने क्या बोला था? X and Y two numbers है हमारे पास, एक LED है. Condition is that if these two numbers are same, then only LED will glow. Otherwise, it will not glow. Okay. So condition how to check? With the help of JZ. Jump if zero. So if the result of this comparison, is zero, then only the zero flag will set. Okay, then only the zero flag will set. Otherwise, it is in same position. Reset value zero. Okay, similarly for addition. Okay, similarly for addition, if we are adding two numbers, and remember in this one we are performing hexadecimal addition. Okay, suppose we are adding 99, both are in hexadecimal. क्या होगा रिजल्ट? आप लोग बताओ. 99 plus 99, both are in hexadecimal. What will be the result? सारे लोग साइलेंट हो. 99 plus 99, अगर वो डेसिमल में है तब एडिशन क्या होगा?
198.
198. ओके, ये नहीं बताते तो फिर पूछते आप लोग को. अब बताओ हेक्साडेसिमल. 9 plus 9 is how much in decimal? 18. ओके, इसका इक्विवेलेंट हेक्साडेसिमल क्या है?
सर 2.
32.
अरे नॉट 2, 12. 2 कैसे होगा? 12 in hexadecimal. 1 into 16 raised to 1 plus 2 into 16 raised to 0. आया ना? 16 plus 2 is 18. 2 कैसे बोले?
डिजिटल नहीं पढ़े हैं क्या?
पता नहीं सर.
सब डिजिटल तो पढ़े हैं ना भाई लोग.
हाँ, तो ये तो
डिजिटल पढ़े हैं तो 9 हेक्साडेसिमल का एडिशन मल्टीप्लिकेशन ये सब तो मतलब करा ही है. उसमें बीसीडी एडर वगैरह
हाँ,
सब पढ़े हैं इन लोग.
सब पढ़े हैं. और ये समझ में नहीं आएगा तो ऑपरेशन नहीं कर पाएंगे मीपी में, माइक्रो प्रोसेसर लैब में समझ ही नहीं पाएंगे. एक प्रोग्राम नहीं होगा इन लोग से.
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का ये सिंपल कंसेप्ट है जिसको आप लोगों को पूछा जा रहा है अभी. चलिए ठीक है, बताइए क्या करिएगा. लेकिन नहीं स्टूडेंट प्लीज, अगर इतना बेसिक्स अगर नहीं. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के स्टूडेंट्स है क्या?
हाँ सर, सेक्शन ए.
बाप रे. तो भाई तुम लोग को मतलब माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के इंटर्नशिप वगैरह में बैठने की बात कर रहे हो तुम लोग शायद. यार डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा. एनालॉग और डिजिटल के ये सबसे सिंपलेस्ट कंसेप्ट है डिजिटल का. ठीक है, गो अहेड.
9 plus 9, 18 in decimal. So in hexadecimal it is 12. 1 is carry. 9 plus 9 plus 1, 19. Equivalent is 13. So 132 in hexadecimal. Okay. लेकिन हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या है? We can store only 8 bits. Okay, we can store only 8 bits. So one carry is there. 1 is carry, 32 is sum. Okay, so in this operation, the carry flag will set to 1. Okay, any confusion? Feel free. नहीं तो वो मन में रह जाएगा कि वो नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. इतना टफ नहीं है जितना आप लोग को फीडबैक मिला है कहीं से भी. सिंपल थिंग है, स्टेप बाय स्टेप चलो, सब कुछ समझ में आएगा. Any confusion till now?
No, sir.
Okay, so we have different flags: sign flag, zero flag, auxiliary carry, parity, and carry flags. Okay, so we cannot take the value of individual flags, but we can perform operations on the value of each flags. So for that purpose, different instructions are there. Okay, like zero flag, JZ, JNZ, or carry flag, jump if carry, jump if not carry. What is meaning of this jump? That also I will explain. Okay, jump means suppose we are writing, we have started the program from 2000. Okay, so some instructions are written here. So 2006 at this location, J and Z is there. Okay, so at this location, J and Z is there. So J and Z jump if no zero. Okay, it means result of the previous operation, result of the previous operation is not zero. Then according to the program, we have to jump somewhere. Okay, so we have to specify the address also, J and Z to that address. Okay, for some other process. Okay, this is jump. Okay, this is conditional jump. ये भी बता दे रहे हैं, वो आप लोग पढ़ोगे थ्योरी में. These are called conditional jump. Okay, these are called conditional jump. If condition is satisfied, then only the pointer will jump. Okay, unconditional jump is also there. That is simple JMP. Okay, that is simple JMP. So related with zero, we have JZ, JNZ. Related with carry, JC, JNC. Related with parity. अब parity है तो whether it the number having or the result having odd parity or even parity. Okay, so based on that, jump if odd parity, jump if even parity. और ये बेसिक इंस्ट्रक्शन है. जैसे जैसे आपका प्रोसेसर बढ़ता जाएगा 8086, वहां पे so many complexity is there. Okay, because in the 8085 we cannot perform directly multiplication and division. Okay, अगर आपको 8085 में मल्टीप्लिकेशन और डिवीजन करना है, then you have to do it repetitive addition or repetitive subtraction. But in case of 8086, okay, in that we have 8 flags. Okay, we have 8 flags in 8086. यहाँ पे तो 5 ही है. और in 8086 we can perform multiplication, we can perform division. Okay, और वहां पे in case of 80, I'm just comparing. In that we have AH and AL, BH or BL. Combinedly it is called AX or BX. Okay, रजिस्टर B हाई, रजिस्टर B लो. यहाँ पे तो सिंपल BCDE पढ़ रहे हैं, जिसमें दिक्कत हो रहा है अभी. Okay, so 0 is JZ, JNZ, parity, JPU, jump if odd parity, jump if even parity. Okay, अब इसको हम रिलेट कैसे करेंगे प्रोग्राम से? हाउ टू रिलेट इट? सपोज इन द प्रोग्राम, okay, one number is given, any number is given. Okay, you can take from any means. Okay, suppose number is 08. Okay, or your problem statement is if the parity is odd, okay, you have to glow a green LED. Okay, if parity is odd, if parity is even, you have to glow a red LED. Okay, so how to check this odd or even parity? अगर हमने check भी कर लिया, then how to utilize? How to utilize that number? Okay, we'll check whether the parity is odd or even. Okay, according to that, we'll use JPO or JPE. Okay, अब this we can write 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. This is 08. Okay, in this parity is odd or even?
Odd, sir.
Odd parity is there. Okay, so this we are saying odd parity. How the processor will check? Again for that we have to write some instruction, write some program in such a way that we can count the number of ones. Okay, many techniques are there, many logics are there. आप लोग सोच सकते हो, but the simple logic is that, okay, which you can easily understand, we can rotate the bits. Okay, पहले इसको चेक करेंगे, फिर इसे चेक करेंगे, then this, and we have an individual counter which will give the number of ones. Okay, तो हम लोग इसको रोटेट करेंगे. So again in that we have, okay, हम थोड़ा सा डाइवर्ट हो रहे हैं. Okay, so we have a different rotation instructions also. Okay, rotate accumulator left, rotate accumulator right. Okay, these 4 instructions are there with the rotation. Okay, and this is related with the carry. Okay, one carry bit is there. This is LSB, MSB, and each instruction having their own function. तो हम यहाँ पे चेक करेंगे कैरी विद कितनी बार. अगर हम 8 टाइम्स रोटेट किया हमने, तो हाउ मेनी टाइम्स 1 is occurring here. Okay, that will give the number of ones. Okay, whether I can rotate it with the left or to the right. Our aim is to count the number of ones. It means count how many times carry bit is on or high. Okay, that will, so we have to use our logic, okay, to write the program. We have the instruction set in support of all the logics. Okay, so this is the way, and accordingly we can use the condition JPO or JPE. Okay, odd parity green LED glow hoga, even parity red LED glow hoga. Okay, then comes sign flag. Okay, sign means what? Either positive or negative. Okay, either positive or negative. Okay, so jump if positive, jump if negative. Okay, jump if positive, jump if negative. And in this one, okay, this is auxiliary carry. Okay, auxiliary carry. So we have one final carry. Okay, जो आपको ये लग रहा है, this is the final carry. Okay, so in this, suppose we have 99. We have a 99, 1001, 1001. Okay, so the carry which we are getting at the last, that is the final carry. Okay, if there is carry from D3 bit to D4. Okay, 110, 10, 110, one carry is there. This is called auxiliary carry. Okay, this is called auxiliary carry. Okay, to 1 0 0, and this is the final carry. Okay, you can check whether this is correct or not. 1 1 0 1 1 1 1. Okay, okay, this is 1 0 1. Okay, so the auxiliary carry, if there is carry from D3 to D4. Okay, D3 to D4, if carry is there, that is called auxiliary carry. Okay, so based on this, there is no jump instruction. Okay, there is no jump instruction, but related with this, we have a unique instruction, that is DAA. Okay, decimal adjust accumulator. Decimal adjust accumulator. Okay, and this, the function of this is to convert or to make the number in BCD. Okay, this is used in the BCD operation. Okay, this instruction DAA, this is used in BCD operations. Okay, I explained one example, na, this one. In this, both are same for the processor, because input is same 99 99. Okay, but result is different. It is 198, it is 132. This is hexadecimal operations. This is normal decimal operation. So in this we'll use BCD like DA instruction. Okay, ये भी है प्रोग्राम में आपका, ये भी है, दोनों है प्रोग्राम लिस्ट में, दोनों एग्जांपल, दोनों एक्सपेरिमेंट. Okay, so in this we'll use DA instruction. Okay, how it works? Okay, अभी बता दे रहे हैं, बाद में भी बताना ही होगा. Okay, this DA, if there is carry from D3 to D4, okay, it will automatically add 6. Okay, ये याद है BCD एडर, वहां पे हम लोग 6 ऐड करते हैं. नहीं याद है आप लोग को. Okay, 0 to 9. Okay, after this 6 invalid BCD. Okay, then comes 10. Okay, these 6 invalid BCD numbers. These are the hexadecimals, but not BCD numbers. Okay, that's why we are adding 6 in that circuit BCD adder. Okay, in the BCD adder आप लोगों ने add किया होगा. Okay, 1 1 0 0. This to the final carry. Okay, this is the reason, or the same logic we are we have to use in this one. So this instruction will add automatically this value. Okay, हम लोग को add नहीं करना है. This is the internal operation of this instruction. Okay. Now for this we have this instruction. So all the flags. Okay, this basically what flags represents what is the outcome of that operation. Okay, result is there. Okay, in the form of sum or carry or the borrow. Okay, or the difference. Okay, or the product. But these flags will indicate the change. Okay, whether in parity, in terms of carry, in terms of zeros, or in terms of sign, positive, negative. Okay, we cannot check the value of individual flags, but we can use the logic. We can use the different jump instructions. Okay, to support the outcome of these flags. Okay, based on this, we can write the program. Okay, so this part is over. Any query in this one? Flags में?
सर एक क्वेरी थी सर.
हाँ बोलो.
सर ऑक्सिलरी काउंटर में सर अगर एक से ज्यादा हमारे पास ऑक्सिलरी कैरी हुआ तो क्या होगा सर?
कोई कंडीशन वैसा हो सकता है?
सर लाइक
नो
हाँ.
सर नहीं होगा.
तो इमेजिन करो. D3 से D4 के बीच में, रिमेम्बर दिस, D3 to D4 एक से ज्यादा हो सकता है?
नो सर।
नहीं, ठीक है।
यस।
आइदर इसकी वैल्यू 1 होगी या 0 होगी, कैरी होगा या नहीं होगा, ठीक है, एक ही। ठीक है, और कुछ फ्रॉम योर साइड? एक बार देख लो डायग्राम, जो डिटेल्ड है, जो भी हमने एक्सप्लेन किया, दैट ऑल रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द लैब पर्पस। बहुत कुछ है जो आप थ्योरी में पढ़ोगे, बट जितना लैब में आप लोग को समझना है, दैट ओनली आई एक्सप्लेन। एनी मोर क्वेरी?
नो सर।
ठीक है, तो हम आगे बढ़ते हैं, भी रुक जाओ, ऐड करने को स्लाइड। ओके, थोड़ा सा स्लो होते हैं। ओके, आई एम शेयरिंग द प्रोग्राम लिस्ट। इतना कॉन्सेप्ट एक बार समझ लिए, ज़्यादा नहीं समझ पाओगे, थोड़ा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं। हम अभी जा रहे हैं द प्रोग्राम लिस्ट। ओके, वहाँ पे कोई टेक्निकल चीज़ नहीं समझना है। ओके, सो we have total 39 normal program plus few in interfacing programs. Okay, so all the programs, 39 programs, okay, we are categorized in different parts, different segments. Okay, like, is it visible to you all?
यस सर।
So first is data transfer. Okay, first is data transfer. In this we have 4 different programs: rearranging bytes, grouping odd even, divide by 4, divide by 16, formation of third block, filling up 128 locations. Okay, formation of third block means based on we have 2 different blocks, okay, and based on some conditions we have to form the third block. इसका input होगा content of the given 2 blocks. Okay, so this comes under data transfer. Okay, then comes arithmetic operations. So based on this, again, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Addition of 12 bytes, addition of, see here, addition of 18 BCD numbers, addition of 2 10 byte number, 20 digits BCD number. ये दो का डिफरेंस बता सकते हो कोई? 10 byte numbers, 20 digits BCD numbers. Both are same. Okay, 20 digits BCD. सिंगल डिजिट BCD का एग्जांपल, रेंज क्या होगा सिंगल डिजिट BCD? 0 to 9. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 20 digits BCD numbers, मतलब अल्टीमेटली 10 नंबर्स जो हम स्टोर कर रहे हैं एक लोकेशन पे। ठीक, क्योंकि एक लोकेशन पे हमने स्टोर किया 8 बिट्स, BCD हम रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं यूजिंग 4 बिट्स। ओके, सपोज 99 है BCD में, तो 99 इज 2 डिजिट BCD नंबर, बट वी आर स्टोरिंग एट 1 लोकेशन। ठीक है, ये जब प्रोग्राम करेंगे, एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, वहां भी समझ में आएगा। 20 डिजिट्स BCD और 10 बाइट्स। सो इन दिस कैटेगरी वी हैव अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेशंस, एडिशन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, सब्ट्रैक्शंस, डिवीजन। ओके, देन वी हैव लॉजिकल ऑपरेशंस। So in this, checking bits of a word and logical operation. So in this logical operation, we have one expression, okay, and we have to write a program for different conditions. Okay, suppose expression is a plus a bar. Okay, so we have to write the program so that the output, the expression a plus a bar, we can easily find out the output, okay, for different inputs. Okay, so we have to write the program for that. Okay, for all the input conditions, for all the inputs, it will give the correct answer. Okay, for a plus a bar. So in this we have one expression. Okay, and we have to write the program such that it will give the correct result for all the possible inputs. Okay, then we have data processing. Data processing means you can say the first is number of bits in bytes. It means in any bytes, how many number of bits. Okay, maximum and minimum bytes. We have a string. Okay, we have a string. So what is the maximum value in that one, minimum value in that one, at which location it is there? Okay, किस लोकेशन में वो वैल्यू है, मैक्सिमम है और मिनिमम? Okay, size of a block or a string ending with a specified byte. Okay, suppose we have a string of 10 numbers. Okay, simple 10 numbers. Okay, statement is that whenever in the string ff comes, okay, you can say that string will terminate. We have to count the size after how much byte that ff comes. Okay, that is the objective here. Size of a block starting with 00, ending with 60. Okay, maybe a string starts from 1, 2, 3, but in between some 00 is there, some 60 is there. So we have to write the program so that it will count the number, count the bytes in between these two values, 00 and 60. Okay, similarly, many conditions are there. That is comes under data processing. Okay, count of a specified bytes. Suppose हमारे पास 100 का सीक्वेंस है, 100 नंबर्स का, हमने बोला कि ठीक है 9 कितनी बार आया है, that you have to count. Okay, so you have the logic, but how to write the programs? Okay, so for that we will use our own instruction set of 8085. Okay, so this comes under data processing. Then comes sorting. Sorting in descending order, ascending order, even, odd, parity, signed byte, signed numbers in ascending, descending, like that. Okay. Then string operation, comparison of two strings. Okay, how to convert ASCII to byte. Okay, ASCII कोड आप लोग को पता है, उसको कैसे बाइट में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. Then insertion to a list. हमारे पास एक सीक्वेंस है, एक स्ट्रिंग है जहाँ पे कि 16 नंबर्स हैं या 20 नंबर्स है ऑलरेडी. With the help of some condition, whether that given number, the sample number, whether it can be included in that string or not. अगर include हो रहा है, so include in the last or in the beginning. Okay, accordingly display the size of length also, size of that string also. That is insertion. Then we have interfacing one. These are the normal memory related experiments. Okay, then comes the interfacing one, parallel communication. Okay, for generation of a square wave using 8255. So in this one, okay, in the theory part also, you have three different, you can say 8255, 8253 and 8279. कि अपार्ट फ्रॉम 8085 ये तीन भी पढ़ना होगा शायद. Okay, so 8255 is there, 8253 and 8279. Based on those chips, we will do some interfacing programs. Okay, जरूरी नहीं है कि हम सारा ही करेंगे, but we'll try to understand कि how to write, how to use the different modes of 8255. It is written here, na, mode 0, mode 1. Similarly for 8253. Okay, see, we can generate a square wave with the help of 8055 also, 8253 also, but the way is different. Okay, that comes under parallel communication. Then we have serial communication also. Serial communication, write an assembly language program generation of square wave using serial output pin. Okay, SOD, assembly language program for inputting 8-bit data serially using SID pin. Okay. Then some experiments related with interrupts, then related with timer, that is 8253. Okay, then 8279, we can display anything. Okay, write a program to flash and rotate, help us. We can display this on the kit. Okay, with the help of simulator also. Then code conversion is there. Binary to BCD, BCD to binary conversion of nibble to ASCII code, ASCII to hexadecimal conversion. So we have total 39 normal programs and few interfacing programs. Okay, this is related with 8085. Okay, this is related with 8085, and maybe out of these we'll try to do some same program for the 8086. Okay, like multiplication, because in the 8086 we have direct instruction for multiplication. Okay, so we'll try to do that. Division, okay, which cannot perform directly in 8085. Okay, so we have a full semester, so we'll try to perform maximum number of programs. Okay, maximum marks भी उसी according होगा. Okay, जिनका maximum होगा उनको maximum marks मिलेगा. Okay, that I will discuss. Okay, so these are the list of experiments. For book, you can follow Gaonkar. Okay, RS Gaonkar. In this book, you will find everything, all the explanations related with instructions also, related with architecture also. Okay. So this I will share with you the program list. Okay. So different, but for writing the programs, first we'll understand the instructions. Okay. Okay, now come to the explanation part. Okay. So till now we have seen related with the pins, okay, working of pins, different pins. Now how to, okay, in this 8085, okay, related with the instructions, we have some addressing modes. Okay, we can categorize the instructions. Okay, like that as ma'am explained in the last class also. Okay, 1 byte, 2 byte, and 3 byte instructions. So on which basis we can say 1 byte, 2 byte, or 3 byte? Okay, suppose we have compare B, or we have add B. Okay, so the instruction, the opcode for this instruction is 80. Okay, opcode for this instruction is 80. So this 80H, which is the opcode for this add B. Okay, इसके लिए कुछ और होगा, I think 27 or 23. Okay, so this 80H, this we can store at how many locations? We have some memory address, suppose 2010 onwards. So for storing this 80, how much memory location is required? 1. Okay. At this location we can store 80. हमने अभी बोला the range of hexadecimal, the range of 8 bits is 00 to FF. Okay, so 80 comes under this one. So we can store this 80H at 2010, this location. Okay, so it is 1 byte. Suppose we have MBIA 03. Okay, so opcode of is, I guess, 3E03. So this 3E is MBIA. Okay, so for storing this, we required 2 locations. Okay, suppose 2011, 2012. At this we will store 30, at this we will store 03. Means we require 2 locations. It is 2 byte. Okay, third is LXIH, then 2400 or STA 2000. So for this LXIH 2400, the opcodes or machine code is 210024. Okay, 21 is what? 21 is opcode of this LXIH. Okay, so for this, suppose 2020 at this place we are storing 21. Okay, 2021 we are storing 00, and at this place we are storing 24. So we require 3 locations. So it comes under 3 byte instruction. Okay, now see carefully. In this 2100 or 24, we can write also in this manner. Okay, so this is the correct way of writing. This is not the correct one. Why it is so? Why it is so? See, the processor will execute the content of this address first. Okay, so 21. Suppose it executes this code 21 or this number, because the processor does not know ये number क्या है, code है या number है या value है, input है, output है, doesn't know. Okay, so the first instruction is 21. Okay, so this, after the execution, okay, the processor understand that the next coming two numbers are addresses. Okay, so 20, 20, 21 and 22. So 23 again is an opcode. Okay, 21 means the next coming two values are the addresses which is stored in HL pair. Okay, ये कैसे समझ में आया? By executing this one 21. Okay, so we can write in this manner or in this manner. Both are not correct. Okay, तो हमने क्या बोला था? Last in first out. Okay, so suppose आपने ये follow किया 21, 24, 00, क्योंकि वही दिख रहा है वो 2400 इसी सीक्वेंस में. तो आपने स्टोर किया 21, 24, 00. Last in is what? 00. The last in first out. So address is 0024, which is the invalid address. This is ROM. Okay, but we are using RAM. So we will write in this fashion. This is wrong. Okay, 21, 00, 24. Any address, any 16-bit value. Suppose 3000 लिखना है. 0030. Okay, last in first out. So 24 will come first, then 0 0. It combines the address. क्यों combine करेगा? Because that comes after executing of this 21. Okay, because the next coming two numbers are the addresses which stored in HL pair. Okay, that is 1 byte, 2 byte, and 3 byte example. Any confusion? समझ में आ रहा है अभी? बोलो anyone? सारे लोग
Yes,
शांत
sir.
हैं. This is 1 byte, 2 byte, and 3 bytes. Then comes the last thing. और ज़्यादा आप लोग नहीं समझ पाओगे अभी. Okay, the last thing I am explaining. Okay, because till now I explained about the architecture of 8085 related with the stack operations, then flags, then instruction types, registers. Okay. Now the last thing that I will explain after that in the next class we will see the explanation of different instructions. So straight away I will start with the instruction set. Okay. Till then try to go through the concepts. Okay, try to go through any books or any online materials. Okay, if you have any doubt, any query, we will discuss on that day. Okay, because in the next class I will start straight away explaining the instruction sets. Okay, so the next thing that is addressing modes. Okay, so different instructions again we can categorize. That is register addressing mode. To register addressing mode, it means in this the instructions in which there is data transfer between the instructions. Okay, move A comma B, and again anti-clockwise. Always remember, for all the instruction it is anti-clockwise. Move A comma B. These two are the registers. So the content of register B is moving to the content of accumulator. Okay, move A comma B. That comes under this type of mode. Then comes direct. वो हमने बताया भी था अभी. Direct addressing mode is what? STA 2000, LDA 2000. But operation is totally opposite. This is a storing. This is loading. Okay, STA 2000. It means the content of accumulator, which is the result of any operation. Okay, that is storing at location 2000. Okay, we have memory location 2000. यहाँ पे क्या स्टोर कर सकते हैं? मैक्सिमम 8 बिट नंबर्स. एक्यूमुलेटर में क्या है? मैक्सिमम 8 बिट स्टोर कर सकते हैं. Okay, so STA store the accumulator to the specified address. 2000 is the address, so we can store at this one. Then LDA 2000, just opposite. From 2000, whatever the content at this location, suppose 32 is there, so this 32 we can move to the accumulator. Okay, that is the work of this LDA instruction, and it comes under direct addressing mode. Okay, then comes indirect. Okay, indirect addressing mode. हमने वहां भी बोला था stacks, LDAX, okay, stacks B, LDXD. So this stacks B means indirectly BC register pair. This is D register pair. Okay, so stacks B means the content of this accumulator. Okay, the content of this register pair, we are not moving to the address. We are moving to the address which is stored in the register pair. Maybe यहाँ भी 2000 हो. Okay, but this is way of writing. Stacks B. Content of accumulator we are storing at the location which is stored in register pair BC. Okay, similarly LDXD. E is silent. C is silent. Okay. So in this, whatever the address which is in DE register pair, suppose 3000 है, हमने store किया है. So the content of this location जो भी यहाँ पे है, suppose 32 यहाँ भी है. So the 32 will move to the accumulator. Okay, this is indirect. We are not specifying any address. Okay, then comes immediate. MVI B05H. This is what? Move A comma B, one register to another register. This is directly we are transferring the number into the specified register. MVI B05. Okay, this I is immediate, move immediate. तो जहां भी इंस्ट्रक्शन में आपको I दिखे, you can understand that it is immediate kind of operation. MVI B06 हमने explain किया था LXI. Okay, LXI H2400. So this also example of immediate. Okay. Then the last one, we have 5 addressing modes. Okay, we have 5 addressing mode. The last one is implicit, and in some book you will find implied. Okay, in this one, the instructions on in which only accumulator is involved. Okay, only accumulator are involved, like RAL, RAR, CMA. Okay, these are the instructions, because in this no address is involved, no other register is involved, no memory involved, nothing, no data is there. So this is called implied or implicit. It means only accumulator. यहाँ भी accumulator use हो रहा है, यहाँ भी accumulator use हो रहा है. Okay, so these are the different addressing modes. Register type, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, then immediate, then implied. एंड ऑल द इंस्ट्रक्शंस हम लोग इसमें कैटेगराइज कर सकते हैं. रजिस्टर टू रजिस्टर ट्रांसफर हो रहा है, मूव ए कॉमा बी, देन डायरेक्ट जहां भी एड्रेस इन्वॉल्व है डायरेक्टली. ओके, दैट इज डायरेक्ट. इनडायरेक्ट, नो एड्रेस इज गिवन डायरेक्टली इन द इंस्ट्रक्शन. देन इमीडिएट, एनी नंबर और डाटा वी आर मूविंग, वी आर ट्रांसफरिंग टू एनी रजिस्टर. LXI, ओके, आई है तो इमीडिएट. देन implicit or implied, that is the instructions in which only accumulator is involved. Okay, so any doubt in the addressing modes part? एक बार देखिएगा इसको भी. Okay, तो जो भी हमने explain किया, at least go through the books or any material, any online material. Okay, if any query is there, okay, we will discuss in the next class. In the next class I will start explaining the instruction sets, different instruction sets. Okay. Okay, any query? कितने लोग प्रेजेंट हो अभी? हैंड रेज करो. Out of 40, only 26. $32. Yeah, I've noted down the roll number of all the absentee students. Okay. Okay, if any is there, ask. Otherwise, you all can leave.
Thank you, sir.